Suddenly, a zombie virus spread in the entire city, from which only a few people could survive. The worst thing was that all the children born after this devastation were born with the virus. Now, was humanity going to be destroyed? This is what we will know in today's story, which begins by showing a small boy Mark who lived with his dad in a deserted forest since childhood. He did not know anything about the outside world, and neither did he have any friends. His dad always remained silent. He used to teach Mark only two things. He used to say that there are zombies outside the forest, and the remaining humans have become more dangerous than zombies. During the day, his dad used to go hunting and used to give Mark a gun for his protection. Mark's entire childhood was spent listening to songs and reading books. Although his storybook had become very old, but still Mark loved reading it. There is also mention of a magical fairy in that book. He had a mark of M on his hand since childhood, and Mark believed that it was a magical sign because his name also starts with M. Now one day, while roaming in the forest, Mark sees a van. He is afraid that there might be someone inside, so he does not go near it. But he thinks a lot about what might be inside. So the next morning, he goes near the van again on the pretext of filling water. He gathers courage and goes inside, where everything was clean. Even children's toys were lying there. He feels that someone must be living here. Then suddenly a shadow appears in the darkness, and Mark gets scared badly. But coming closer, he finds out that this is also a child. The child very lovingly hands over his toy to Mark, which shows that he wants to make friends. After taking the toy, Mark also takes out his headphones and gives him. At first the boy was also scared. But when he hears a beautiful voice, a smile comes on his face because both of them were of the same age, so they were enjoying each other's company a lot, and they soon become friends. The name of that girl is Me, who had a very good habit, and now, after some time, she had to leave from there. Without any hesitation, he gives his favorite toy to Mark. But when Mark was going back, he suddenly started feeling as if someone is watching him. He tries to hide in the forest. But then a woman with a gun comes in front of him and stops him. But when she sees the toy in Mark's hand, her attitude changes immediately. She lovingly tells Mark to go home quickly, and also gives him some wild fruits. Mark understands that this woman is Me's mother because she recognized her son's toy. Then Me's mother goes to her son and hugs him. Seeing mother hugging son, the mother gets a little jealous. After coming back home, he hides the toy, but he had forgotten to fill water, for which his dad scolds him. Then he goes forward and hugs his dad, but immediately his dad pushes him away. After that, Mark meets M's mother many times. Her loving words remind him of his own mother. One day, at dinner time, he finally musters up the courage to ask about his mother, but his dad just keeps quiet. Mark does not dare to ask further. He hides from behind the window and sees that his dad is watching a video outside. The next morning, his dad goes out for hunting as usual. But suddenly he hears screams and gunshots. He feels that something is wrong. That is why he asks his son to hide somewhere, and he himself goes to see with a gun. Mark wanders around and hides in the bushes, and he sees M's mother sitting wounded at a distance. After a while, his dad starts walking towards her with a gun and shoots her. Mark is shocked to see this. He never thought that his dad could be so cruel. He immediately runs home and pretends to be asleep by lying on the bed. His dad also comes home. He is in a very bad mood. He was saying the same thing again and again, that he has come. He has come. Mark puts on his headphones and acts as if nothing has happened. But the tension inside him and the questions arising in his mind keep increasing. When his dad falls asleep, he secretly picks up his video camera, which shows the beautiful memories of their family. When they used to live happily, at that time Mar was not even born. He had an elder sister. In the next video, his mother looks very scared and worried. She says to Mark, "Mary John, my son, I love you very much." With which his dad's angry voice is heard, and the video stops here. Mark, he suspects that his dad killed his mom. He also starts fearing his dad. So when his dad is fast asleep, he handcuffs him. He packs his bag and quietly leaves the house. He then comes near the van and easily finds his friend Mickey and asks him to run away from the forest, but Mickey wanted to wait for his mother. Mark does not hide anything from his friend and tells him everything, and because he was upset, Mickey hugs him, which makes Mark feel that someone is his own for the first time. Now both the children started moving forward, but suddenly Mark stops because he has been with his dad since childhood. That is why he used to sense the danger, which he senses even now. He hides in the bushes with Mickey, and both of them escape from the zombies that come in front of them. But when the zombies did not stop coming, both the boys kept running. On the way, they see a broken old car, and without thinking, they get inside it. After a while, a large group of zombies surrounds them from all sides. It seems that the next moment they will overturn the car. When both the children are scared, suddenly the sound of bullets is heard outside. Someone was shooting these zombies, and now one by one the zombies keep falling. Then the door of the car opens, and Mark's dead body is there. Actually, when he woke up in the morning, he saw that his son was missing. He immediately broke his handcuffs, and using his brain, found the traces of Mark's escape. The good thing was that she reached early and saved her son at the time of danger. Dad picks Mark in his lap, and he breathes a sigh of relief after seeing that he was not hurt. Then again the screams of zombies are heard from a distance. So his dad, without delay, pulls his son out of the car and leaves. Mark wants to take Mom with him, but Dad ignores him. That's why he frees his hand from his dad and screams loudly for the first time. Then Dad looks at him in surprise. He wanted to explain something to Mark, but the zombies were coming closer. That's why he hides his son behind the root of a tree and takes the gun and goes to fight the zombies. Mark stands up with courage and sees from a distance that his dad is bravely killing the zombies and slowly moving towards Mom's car. Mark thinks how my dad is protecting me, and Dad is not as bad as I used to think about him. But now the very next moment a zombie starts coming closer, staggering, and is very close to Mark. He doesn't have time to run. He picks up his small gun, trembling. His dad immediately gets worried on hearing the bullet sound that something might have happened to his son. That's why he immediately runs towards the hill. But by mistake a zombie attacks him. He kills it with great difficulty and immediately reaches his son. And he feels relieved to see that his son is absolutely fine. But then Mark sees a scar on his dad's hand. Actually, while escaping from the zombies, he was accidentally bitten by a zombie, and now he knows that he cannot go ahead with his son. He takes a deep breath and slowly moves back and sits near a dry tree. He feels some changes in his body. He immediately explains that his mother was bitten by a zombie, and he was afraid that she would become a zombie. That is why he shot her. Mark takes out his mother's picture and shows it to him and asks, "Did Mother also die like this?" Dad shakes his head and says that your mother was a fairy who did not get bitten even after being bitten, and that mark on your hand is also of a fairy. Some time after the zombie virus spread, some soldiers took her with them. Hearing this, Mark realizes how wrong he misunderstood his dad. He always kept his love hidden in his heart. That is why he hugs his dad. But now there was no use of regretting. The virus starts spreading in his dad's body, and in his last senses, he tells his son to run. Then the next moment his eyes become blurred, and he also becomes a zombie. When Mark finds his friend Mucky in the car, he holds his hand and starts moving forward. Then a sound of a bullet is heard from the hill, from which Mark understands that this bullet has hit his dad, and he is no more. Now he was sad about his dad's death, but now his heart had become many times stronger than before, and now he had to find his mother. Now those two little boys keep roaming in the deserted forest. While playing on the way, they do not realize when they reach a human settlement. They see an uncle relaxing in the sun near the railway track. Both the children go to him and ask for something to eat because they were very hungry. Uncle also takes pity on them and gives them food. When Uncle hears that Mark is going to the place where fairies live to find his mother, he becomes sad. It seemed as if Uncle has someone there, or that place is not found at all. He wants to help both the children but cannot go because all his children have become zombies. Uncle does not want to kill them, so he has kept all the children locked in a cage. Uncle was happy that Mark and me are safe. They have survived the virus. Uncle feels bad for all those children, including himself, who died due to the virus. He encourages both the children, saying that move ahead, children. Who knows, you may find a cure for the virus. After saying goodbye to Uncle, Mark and Mia move ahead on the railway track. Soon they see a broken train. The children are quite surprised to see such a big thing for the first time. After playing with the engine, they go towards the rear compartment. But there they see a lot of zombies. That is why both of them get scared and start running. But then two goons come from the front who are holding guns in their hands, and they point them at them. After a while, they are taken to a deserted factory. Yes, the boss of those goons was a gangster. The gangster is surprised to see both the children safe and sound. Mia's face was a little innocent, and eyes were very clear. That is why the gangster feels that this child is an angel from heaven, because it was very difficult to be a human in such an environment. So the gangster keeps him with him, considering him special, and orders to kill Mark because one safe and sound child was enough at one time. But one goon melts a little after seeing Mark's mother's picture. He was feeling sorry for Mark. The gangster boss was asking the others on the walkie-talkie to join him because he had found a healthy child. Then the goon who sympathized with Mark gets the chance and secretly leaves Mark because he feels that if one more child stays alive, there will be some more hope in the world. Mark is very loyal. That is why he does not run away alone but waits for all the goons to sleep and sneaks into Mickey's room. Now moving slowly in the dark, both of them escape from their hideout. The next morning, the gangster boss sees that both the children have run away from there. That is why he shoots his man in anger. Meanwhile, Mark was searching for goods in a building. He wears clean clothes for the first time and is about to go out to meet Mickey when he comes to know that the boss has come here with his men chasing him. His men surround Mickey and prepare to catch the missing Mark. But then suddenly a drone comes from somewhere and a rain of bullets starts, due to which the boss and all his goons are killed. They fall down in a heap. Mark immediately runs down and sees that some soldiers are coming out of a safe place. He is about to come in front of them when Mickey stops him by shaking his head. Just then a soldier starts going towards where Mark was hiding. Seeing this, Mickey picks up a gun from the ground and deliberately draws the attention of the soldier towards himself. Here he sacrifices himself to save his friend Mark's life and shoots himself. Now, as soon as he dies, the soldiers also stop their search. Mark becomes very sad due to this. The grief of his friend's death was not letting him recover because after his dad, he also lost his only friend who was so good. Mark remembers his dad's same words that the remaining humans are more dangerous than zombies. He came to know that there are no fairies, etc. in the world. These are fabricated stories made by humans, and the mark on his hand is something else. Knowing this, Mark tears his dream book in anger. Now, he has only one reason to move forward: to find his mother, whom he had lost for years. After this, Mark came to a deserted city where tall buildings have now become ruins. The streets are deserted and scary screams are echoing everywhere. Mark had overcome his fear and he escapes from the hordes of zombies again and again. Finally, he reaches the place where his mother's picture was taken. He enters the building without any fear and starts searching the rooms one by one. Finally, he finds a woman near a window. The woman was seen standing there with her face turned in that direction. Mark thought she looked like his mother. That is why he could not stop himself. He slowly moved forward, held the woman's hand, and hugged her. The woman did not look back, but bit Mark's hand badly. Then Mark realized that she was not his mother, but a zombie. He got scared and ran back and closed the door. The very next moment, Mark started crying. Now he was hoping that she would be his mother. But now his last hope was also completely shattered. He could not understand what he should do now. Then a broadcast was heard from a building. Mark went in that direction after hearing the voice. A 3D video was playing there. The man was giving a speech that this camp is suppressed because of the survivors who had come here. Hearing his voice, many zombies started gathering in that direction. But it did not matter to Mark because now he had no reason left to stay. He puts on headphones and starts praying in his mind. Meanwhile, he does not realize that a lot of bullets are being fired around and the nearby zombies are falling down. When Mark turns back, there were many laser light points on him because many government soldiers had come there and they killed the zombies. Then a lady soldier sees that Mark has been bitten. She slowly comes to him. Mark just wanted to hug her lovingly for the last time, and he hugs her. Then the female soldier sees the mark of M on Mark's hand. Then she immediately removes her mask and shouts and tells her colleagues that he has a mark on his hand. After which she starts taking Mark with her to a safe place. Now this means that people with the mark did not get affected by zombie bites because they had special powers, and with this the story of this film ends here.